You're listening to the Online Entrepreneur Experience. So one of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I was saying like identity going into next month, okay? I see so many people like talk about what they want to achieve, right? Like, I want to achieve my first sale. I want to achieve doing this. I want to achieve like posting 5 videos. I want this. I want that. Now, I know none of you guys are children, and in so many capacities, wanting is for children, right? And that may sound offensive, but bear with me, okay? So wanting is for children, and the reason why is because their mental capacity isn't at the developed level of you. So you shouldn't just be wanting, okay? What you have to ask yourself, is it who you are that's going to achieve that, okay? So it's not you want it, not that it is who you are. And when I say that, who you are is like, do you see yourself as the person that just made their first sale? Do you see yourself as that person that just made $10,000 this next month? Do you see yourself as the person that puts out content every single day? Do you see yourself as that person? This isn't rhetorical. This is an actual question. Do you see yourself as that person? Because, and so often what I hear is just people be like, yeah, I see myself as that person. I'm like, but when you close your eyes, do you see that person? When you look yourself in the mirror, do you see yourself as the person that just made a sale today, that just made money online, that just worked 3 hours and got paid? Or do you see yourself as the person going to their job today? Do you see yourself as the person that is struggling, the person that has a tough life? What do you see yourself as? Because if you want something and you see yourself as something that's opposed to what you want, you're not going to get your desire. What you need to do is see yourself as the person that is that, and then you can get your desired outcome. And until you see yourself as that person that can get that desired outcome, you will not achieve it. And what I see a lot of times is people come into this wanting, right? And they want. I want to make $1,000 a week. Perfect. Love it. Let's get it. But then they'll go into it, and somewhere along the way, they'll start to struggle. And instead of being like, oh yeah, I still see myself as that person getting $1,000, I didn't really see who they were in the first place. So a silhouette of what that could look like and everything, but I didn't really see who that person was. And now, because I only saw a silhouette, I can't even see it at all. Like, there's no light in this room. It seems really dark. And all those wants just seem like, oh, do I really want this? Because I can't see even where I'm going. This is too tough. This is super tough. All I see myself is struggling, not being able to see where I'm going, hardship, all the work I've been putting in. That's all I see. I see myself as that person. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, then forever you're going to be that person. You'll never be the person making that $1,000 a week, $10,000 a month, making your first sale, posting every single day. Because if you can't see yourself being that person, you are not that person. And I'll show you guys something that happened to me 2 years ago. Okay, I could not see myself as a fat person or a person that was overweight. I couldn't see myself as that person. I've never seen myself as that person. For some reason, up until I was 25, I couldn't gain a pound of weight. I don't know what it was about my body or metabolism or any of those things. I could never gain weight. I even tried to take that weight gain stuff, those extra pounds, eating fast food every single day. And I just couldn't. Hit 25, everything changed for me. I couldn't not gain weight. I went from never being able to pass 190 pounds to being 240 pounds, 250 pounds. And it wasn't 250 pounds of muscle. It was 250 pounds of unhealthiness, right? And because I only saw myself as that person, I just did all those actions. I would eat pizza 7 days a week, throw that ranch sauce on it. I love it. And I saw myself as that person, so I had those actions every single day. I would have those actions, which fed into me seeing myself as 240 pounds. But I finally got to the place, it's like, I don't see myself as that guy anymore. When I see myself, I look at myself in these videos and everything like that, I don't see myself as that person. Like, I don't want to be that person. Like, that's not what I want. I see myself as somebody being fit, like someone that I look at myself and I'm proud of myself. And every time I look at myself in these videos, I'm not proud of myself. I'm not proud of who I am. And I'm like, I don't want this anymore. And I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. This was me. And maybe you guys think I'm being over exaggerating, but I'll show you exactly who I was 2 years ago. And I made this decision 2 years ago. This was Fat Thor, as my friends like to call me. That's Fat Thor right there. See that guy? That's me. You guys go back in my timeline. That's the guy you'd see. Pretty crazy. He looks sexy, doesn't he? But I only saw myself as that person. I only saw myself as that person because I was super mentally unhealthy, and like I just like ate away my problems, all that kind of stuff, right? Like that was me. Like, what a good looking dude that guy is. Now this is me now, because I saw myself as this guy. I was like, when I look at myself in the mirror, I want to be proud of what I look at. Pretty massive difference. It took me 2 years to get there, and there were some massive road bumps along the way. Massive road bump. Should show you guys a picture of a year ago. I had this belly on me that was just gross, but this is me today. It's not easy to show, but it's my reality. It's who I was in the past. I could continue to feed in to that person. And the reason why I'm showing you this, because you guys know that I'm successful. I have businesses, but that doesn't mean anything because that's all me. I can't physically show you those things, right? You guys see every single day, the cars I drive, the house I have, the actions I take, you know, it's all just exception. That is me not identifying as a person that was overweight and somebody I wasn't proud of. And that is me today. And it is insane. When my wife showed me that picture earlier this week, I almost cried. Like, it was just crazy because that was my old identity. That's who I used to be. I wanted comfort in food. I wanted that. But instead, I changed from wanting that to wanting to look like I do now. Like, that was my want. And that turned into my desire. That's who I saw myself as. Until I did that, I worked out. That was me working out before. I would work out 4 or 5 times a week. Does it look like I did? Sure doesn't. Sure doesn't, because what I would do is I would go work out, and maybe I would work out for 15 minutes because I'd find every excuse to do other things, be on my phone, talk to people, all those kind of things, instead of actually doing what was required. And that's the person I saw myself as. But until you change those things, guys, you won't be able to do it. So that is the first step, is you have to ask yourself, are you that person that is going to lose the weight, that is going to post the post, that is going to make the money, that is going to do what is required every single day? Are you that person? Because you will never be able to achieve those things unless you see yourself as that person. And that is the ultimate thing that I think most people struggle with, is they want to be that person. They want it, but they don't see themselves as that person. And because they don't see themselves as that person, they can't achieve that, right? And the identity going into this is every single one of you guys are royalty. Every single one of you guys should be going to your kingdom and saying, where are my inheritance, baby? I was given the power to achieve everything that I put my mind to. Everything that is in front of me, I can achieve. And I get that. Those are my inheritance. But I see so many people going around like paupers. Do you know what a pauper is? It's old school terms for guys or girls that went and dug around to look for potatoes, struggling to feed their families, looking for potatoes. And that's what I see so often, people taking actions as a pauper, the person that's struggling to find a potato, not the person that's claiming their inheritance of whatever they can achieve, whatever they want to achieve. That's where their focus should be. That's where their identity should be. I identify as this, not as a pauper. But I see people acting like a pauper, talking like a pauper, struggling like a pauper. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Why are you making it so hard on yourself, right? Like, why is that where your focus is? And now what you have to do is to make yourself believe that you are that person, that you are royalty, that you have those inheritance, that you aren't right now 35 extra pounds of fat on your body, that you aren't those people. Like, that's what you have to do. So are you guys willing to do that, or are you guys stuck seeing yourself as that person that doesn't achieve it? It's just a want. You have to make that choice. Wants and who you are don't include. You can either be who you are, that is who you are, is the person that achieves those things, or you have a bunch of kid-like wants. Which one is it? I'd love to hear it. Hit me up in the chat, guys. Which one of those people are you? What are you? What do you identify? What can you see yourself doing? What inheritance do you have in the next month that you guys can claim? Because I'm not going to see you guys until it's a few days into the month. So what are you guys claiming? What is your guys' reality? What is your guys' identity? What inheritance do you guys have? Hit me up. I want to see this. One of the conversations I had with my wife this week is like a couple of days ago. She's like, "Oh, I didn't break on Sunday like I normally do. Maybe this will be my break day." And I asked her, I was just like, "Well, if today's going to be your break day from going to work out at the gym, what does your future self say? Like, what does that future self say to that? Is that something your future self's like, yeah, take that day off, you've been killing it? Or does that future self say, like, Karen, you're just giving yourself excuses, you're not serving me, and I'm upset at you?" And then she's like, "That's funny because I was just doing that and I'm going to the gym tomorrow." And I was like, perfect, sounds good to me. I didn't care what she chose. It's her identity, it's her future, not mine, right? I'm just going to tell her the words. It's just like your guys. It's like, in the end of the day, what does your future self say to you, right? Like that future version of yourself, that 85-year-old you, like what wisdom do they have? Like, stop fucking around, like the time is now? Or are they saying like, damn, you're doing killer, like keep pushing on? I want to surround myself with success. I'm struggling with my footing right now and I want to get there. So first thing is you got to stop saying like I'm struggling, because that's what you're identifying yourself with their tiff. I'm looking for my footing. I'm getting myself on more solid ground every single day, because that's how you're identifying. But if you're identifying with the struggle, you're going to keep not being able to find your footing, right? So I'm looking for my footing every single day, and every day I'm getting a firmer grip. I'm surrounding myself with success. But what does success mean to you? Because success is a little bit different for every single person, right? And I will get there. And I love the end of it. I will get there. It's happening for me every single day. I think that's massive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to quickly throw on this podcast, just like a 2-minute segment of this guy talking.
And I want you, if you're driving, I want you to just pause for a second and feel this. If you're working out, turn noise canceling on and feel this. This is 15 days after Taylor becomes a dad. And what I'm about to say will change you. If you are risk averse, this will change you. Here it is. To the timid and the fearful, a day will come when the one thing you will wish for above anything else is the opportunity to go back and do it different. You will crave with every fiber of your soul for the impossible chance to go back, knowing what you know now to change things. You will dream what it would have been like to be stronger and what it could have felt like to have the courage to risk something for a worthy cause. You will try to fight the feelings of regret and self-doubt from wasting years of the only life you have while other people played all out and left a legacy. You will remember the journal entries and the memories of when you swore you were doing what was safe and prudent, but really you were weak and afraid of losing. In your attempt to never lose, you will ensure your greatest loss of all time, having never actually played. I am playing all out both now, tomorrow, and the day after. When I make decisions that do not turn out well, I still get a win because I learned from them. And at least I know that one day I will never regret not trying. People used to tell me once you have kids and real responsibilities, you'll understand. But now I am a father, and the drive to play well is even stronger. I want to end with my kids thinking, if my dad could do it, I can do it too. Not, well, dad never did anything, but at least we were safe. To the timid and the fearful, hopefully this will shake you awake. If not, save it, write it down, and add it to your memories of opportunities you could have had, but wasted. This might offend, it might trigger, it might make you angry with me, which in reality means you're angry at yourself. But one thing that you cannot do is listen to this and stay asleep at the wheel. I'm going to get you woken up. Let's move forward.
That was a journal entry from years ago that he wrote to himself. And that's why I tell you guys journaling is so important, because you guys can go back and look at what you guys' thoughts were, what you guys' feelings were at that moment, and what you guys were working on, what you guys were thinking was a struggle. Well, most likely you laugh at it afterwards. Like, you guys will laugh at it in a couple of years from now if you guys continue to get better every single day. But journaling is such a massive thing. This guy obviously was feeling so much emotion. He's become a father. He's like, oh, I have all this responsibility now. Oh, like, I can't stop, I can't keep playing safe. This is gross. Like, I can't be that example for my children. Like, I won't do that. And that's what he wrote to himself. And I ask you guys, well, what are you guys writing to yourselves? Are you guys getting it out? He needed to get that out so we can start doing and execute. And that's why I tell you guys every day, you guys should be working on your journaling, getting that out, understanding. That's how you guys are going to see it, because you're having to have those conversations with yourself. And not the conversations where you're telling yourself your shit every single day, or in passing those judgments and all that other stuff or whatever, right? You're actually telling yourself like what you did today, and you're having to take ownership of that and ownership of your life. So I don't know, like, that was just super, super massive. My wife almost cried when I shared that with her. And I think, like, if that doesn't get you guys tingly, if that doesn't give you guys like inspiration to take action, I don't know what's going to. But I hope that was impactful for you guys in some kind of level here. Thanks for tuning into the Online Entrepreneur Experience. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any episodes that we're releasing and any of these amazing pieces of value that we're giving out. And if you could take the time out of your day and leave us a review, we would be so grateful. We look forward to seeing you on that next episode.